Guys, thank you very much. Sorry we had some tough technical difficulties, but Mojo.
I get some chicken. I'm
Uh,
sorry.
uh, oh,
What?
we're not even live yet. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, we are. I just delayed.
Okay, so everybody, look right here.
No, go live it. Go live. See? We're
All right,
good.
all right,
Go
we're
live.
good.
We're
All
good.
right, all right, all right, all right. So, Mojo, he got a little hungry during our break.
Yeah. Well, while you guys figured everything out, your boy has to eat.
So it's his fault that we went down.
It's always my fault.
But it's cool. We already got some love from our friends, right?
Yes.
Fellow alum per se.
Yes.
Radio people that are going to show love for other radio people that are going to be about what we're trying to accomplish, right? Hope for
Yes.
Humanity 2020.org. Hope number 4 Humanity 2020.com.org .info.
Yes.
Mojo and Shady Spencer are the producers of Dan the Messenger show. Melanie Kopko is our assistant. So anybody who's trying to get a hold of us, if you want to reach out to Melanie Kopko, which she'll be on our Hope for Humanity page as well as Dan the Messenger page on .com, right, on the interweb.
Yes.
And we're going to start sharing a lot of my personal stuff as far as videos I listen to, motivational stuff. We're going to definitely put Pitbull's song on it. That thing was fire.
I love that song.
I mean, it's fire for what we're going through. We need that, right? I can't tell. Is there anybody in the room? I can't tell, Mojo. I really don't care, but
No.
uh, we'll get more people in here. We're gonna have Dr. Gosh, this is why I need some help with this time of night.
Actually, we got some people in there. We're good.
Okay, so Dr. Marjorie is gonna come on. We're gonna go live with her. I can't see her in this room, Mojo. You see what I'm saying? So I can't invite her. It's not.
I got you, Dan. Go ahead, keep talking. I got you.
So
Let me get that right there.
we're gonna have Dr. Marjorie come on, and
She's right there.
okay, she's there. Awesome. Now you just need to nope. We need your video on, Doctor. Yes, there's Mel. So anybody who's trying to reach us, if you can't get a hold of us directly, Mel will be handling a lot of our day-to-day stuff because my brain shot. Really, it is, right? I'm not.
Yep.
I'm not lying.
No, you're right.
And so I need everybody's help, and everybody's coming in. So, Dr. Marjorie, can you? I don't know how to. So we switched equipment tonight too. So another reason of beta is we're getting it right, and we're gonna get it tight. And I'm on an Apple, which I don't know, and I don't. I didn't know it. And so before,
Hey, you're gonna learn. Look, by next week, you're gonna be a pro. And this, I'm telling you, man, this thing's gonna be flawless.
yeah, I know that. I just want our audience to know that as well. This is just beta. We're not. We're doing this just to get the kinks out. So when we go to LA and we talk to some prominent people out there, another long hauler, and we get to show Cam some stuff, right?
Yeah.
One of our new interns, right?
Yeah.
I think we're gonna have a show for him called what was the name of it?
Cam's Kicks.
Oh, and what is that gonna be about?
My son's gonna be talking about shoes.
And apparently that's never changes,
Yeah,
right?
sneakers. I mean, that boy's got like $300 pair of shoes. I mean, what's that boy thinking?
Well, I mean, didn't we have a song come out back in the day called My Adidas?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. So it ain't nothing new, Go back from that to Converse. That was the original NBA shoe. Was Converse, Chuck Taylors and stuff.
Yeah, Cam's like, yeah, I want these new Jordans. I'm like, okay, those aren't new Jordans. Like they're like the old school ones, and they're like between 300 and 500 bucks a piece. Isn't that crazy? They're like the old school Jordans.
Really?
Yeah.
And what do we? Well, they weren't cheap back then either, though, because
no, not at all.
they were probably like $1.25 minimum
Yeah.
to about $1.80. So that's still. I'm trying to get Dr. Marjorie to. Again, this is what we had the same issue last night.
Yes.
We we couldn't get.
So you need her to invite.
Yes.
So you can bring her on.
Yes.
So she has to hit the green button.
Yeah.
In the bottom of her.
There we go.
In the bottom of her thing.
So she's coming on.
Okay.
Oh, look at that. Uh-oh. Hey now. I, I feel like we're in a radio bit already.
We're calling her.
I blame this on the COVID.
No, no. Well, in order for her to jump on, she has to hit the green button.
Okay. That's if she's on an iPhone?
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Let's see.
Somebody's calling.
Here we go.
There you
Hey, listen, we're gonna get there. We really need our interns here.
go.
If we had two,
There you go. Oh, yeah, yeah, because your Facebook Live, yeah. Like I said, she got to hit the green button there.
okay. So, click, close. Let's try this one more time, Doc.
You get it.
Okay, accept. Do we have people in the room?
Yep, we're good.
And welcome to the world of beta. Hey, Doc, what is going on?
Hi.
Okay, so we haven't talked, correct?
No,
No.
no, we haven't.
And last night you seen me talking to another long hauler because you're not only you're a doctor, but you are a long hauler. Am I wrong?
Yeah, very long, very long.
Okay.
Since March.
Now this is a very organic conversation, meaning you seen what we were talking about last night, and you were you
Yes.
were commenting, and you were really, I'm sure it was resonating with you. Am I wrong?
It was so resonating. I was just sitting here nodding because it's been a nightmare since March 26th. A total nightmare. It just hit me. I just woke up that morning. I was fine. And by the time the sun went down that night, I was a whole nother person.
And so, can you tell us a little bit about your hospital experience? Like, because honestly, I don't know, so I'm asking you, just like we were having a conversation. This is like,
Yeah, the hospital experience, and that's exactly what it was, an experience. I went to the emergency room 3 times in a period of 2 months. And the first time I went to the hospital, to the emergency room, it wasn't a good experience. It was scary because it was early on. Matter of fact, it was like April 4th. So everybody was all in PPE and everybody was covered and there was gloves and it was just everybody was being so cautious. So there wasn't really any bedside manner going on. So I was so sick and I was just begging every person that I came in contact with to please help me. I just wanted help. So they gave me IV, they did a lung x-ray, they did an EKG, and then finally this nurse came in and said, well, we're going to have to give you the COVID test. Now, mind you, this was early on. I had only thing I knew about the COVID test was what I heard and saw on television. So I was scared. And he knew I was scared. And he was scared. Now that I think back, I know that he was scared. So he took this long Q-tip looking catastrophe and he shoved it up my nose real quick, up one nostril, just one. And he said, we'll get your test results back to you. Meanwhile, I'm sitting there because nobody could come in the emergency room with me. My husband had pretty much dropped me off, and he couldn't come in, so I was by myself in this room. It was awful. It was cold. It was scary. And they weren't really talking to me at all. They weren't really communicating. It was like I had something that they didn't want to catch. And again, I was trying to be sympathetic because I know it was all new. So a couple of hours later, the nurse came back in, and it was like, you're a negative, and you need to get out of here. This is a hot spot, and you need to get out of here now. And you have an upper respiratory infection, and there's nothing we can really do, and you just need to go home and stay hydrated and drink plenty of water and take anything over the counter if you don't feel better. So I'm like, okay, all right, I can do that. Okay, I know. I'm going to do all these old remedies that I knew from growing up.
Yeah.
So I came home, I was so happy, and I was just just thanking God and just telling everybody on the Facebook page that I didn't have this COVID thing. Well, from that point on, I got sicker. I got so sick too I couldn't do anything for myself. I couldn't walk. I couldn't move around. I couldn't eat. I couldn't sleep. I couldn't drink. I couldn't do anything for myself. My husband had to do everything for me. I was so weak, and I couldn't breathe. I was barking and panting like a dog, and I just couldn't breathe, and everything was going on simultaneously, and I was having the headaches, and then I was having really scary nightmares like I never had before, to the point that I wouldn't go to sleep. I would just sit up and just have the TV on. So a couple of weeks went by, and I had to go back to the emergency room again because at that point, I was sicker than I had ever been in my life. In my life, I had not been so sick as I was. Everything was going on. So many things were going on with my body that I just didn't know what to do. So I went back to the emergency room again, and they were like, okay, in other words, here you come again. There was no love. I didn't get no love. I just didn't get no love. It's like, okay.
Hold on, doctor.
Yes.
I am giving you that respect, doctor. Right? Your first
Yes.
name has a doctor in front of it, and
Yes.
you're highly educated. What's your alma mater? I asked this for my other doctor, so I would like to
I
know.
have my doctorate in business.
Okay, so but
So I'm a doctorate in business.
but it's an honorary degree too, in the sense that you humped yourself to get that education, and you're
Yes,
very
I
educated.
did.
You are
Yes, I am. I went to school for 9 straight years.
9.
9.
Mojo,
Yes.
how many years did you go to school? Hold on, Dr. Mar, I gotta get him involved for a second.
Oh, here we go.
Mojo, how many years did you go to college?
I went to college for 1 month.
Okay, I made it a little longer. I think about about a year and a half in paramedic school, and I went to got pharmacology, all that good background. I'm gonna give your lungs a break for a minute because I can tell as a long hauler you have lung issues. That's part of microthrombosis. What does that mean? Microthrombosis means that you have swelling going through anything in your body that has an ACE2 receptor. That means your blood just nice and carries it along. It's a virus. Doctor, now it is an honorary degree in your field, right? So you're not a medical MD, but you are very educated and you're a long hauler. And I'm sure since you've had this, you've been doing the same thing I've been doing as much of my own research, and I've had researchers from. I'm in 3 groups. 2 are full-time research groups. I'm in 4 long hauler groups. I'm in a COVID-19 survivor group.
Yep.
And since I did my first video in Easter Sunday, so it took me a week to do my video, and because I was scared to share my story, because if it wasn't for God, I wouldn't be here. I promise you. And twice on Sundays. And the show's called Dan the Messenger because of my story. And I have Mojo Wilson is also a survivor in the sense he's been going through it himself. Okay. We're all gonna. I say this, and I'm sure last night I might have had you laugh a few times when I say we all got 99 problems, and COVID is number 1. Now, what do I mean by that? I don't mean everybody's got to worry about COVID or Corona. What I'm saying is, it is affecting all of our lives. You and I are long haulers. You can barely talk because your lungs hurt. I know that pain. And you heard me and Shelby go at it for what, an hour and a half, 2 hours last night, and then video was gone. So that's why I made sure everybody's rounded up tonight so we can keep this, because your message is more powerful than mine. You're a doctor. I'm just a messenger. What do I know? But at the same time, they mess with the wrong people. What I mean is, I have connections. My friends got connections. We're going to be, this is a charity-run mission. This is all about the people. I mean, you've heard me say, one of my goals, right, is to be able to give 1 million families, a million families, a pulse oximeter. How important is a pulse oximeter with long haulers?
Vital.
Because what does that do? What does that do for you?
It lets you know what this oxygen is doing.
Now,
It became my new best friend.
yeah.
I carry it everywhere I go. I have to. you have to know what's going on with this thing because it has so many different symptoms, and they all just come when they want to.
Yeah, it's like,
So you just have to be prepared.
so you got to understand my background, doctor, because we haven't talked. I mean, you heard last night.
No, we haven't
No.
talked.
So I have a strong, and I say strong, background in the entertainment industry for about 20 years. Mojo will co-sign on that. Mojo?
Yes, yep.
I,
You do.
I'm from Fort Myers, Florida. Well, not from. It's my adopted city. I was born and raised in Boynton Beach, Florida. My whole family's from Ohio. But as survivors and long haulers, one of the things that I want to get across with that 1 million families is, they asked Steve Harvey. I don't know if you heard me say this earlier. Steve Harvey, they said, hey, Steve, he's one of my favorite guys. And I've said I'm going to talk to Steve Harvey, which we're going to make happen. Like,
Okay.
as a long hauler, Steve Harvey, his work and what his message is, we need to get him on this show. So that's hashtag Steve Harvey, get on my show because it's important. He is doing vital work through God. And people like you and me, the long haulers, we need some support. We need some of that love. We need somebody to step up that will be willing to put their cosign on what we're talking about. Because like your
Yes.
experience was, it's the same as mine was. And I had an ALS background. So when I walked in the hospital and they treated me like I was a Martian and they treated me like I had, the bubonic plague, and I could see the doctors, I mean, shaking.
Yes.
Their eyeballs were
Yes.
about to pop out of their
Yes.
head. Like I felt
Yes.
like I was in a Twilight Zone episode that I could not
Yes.
get out of. And I'm all alone.
Yes.
I'm exhausted. I'm in pain.
Yep.
And they're treating me like a subhuman. And no one deserves
Yes.
that. And when I was talking to Shelby, and we were talking about the movie The Dallas Buyers Club. Have you seen that?
No.
Okay.
I haven't.
So every long hauler, I promise you, and twice on Sunday, watch the Dallas Buyers Club. And then
I sure will.
Mojo and I are going to do a Let's Talk About It like a week from now. So that's part of what I'm going to be doing on the show is once a week I'm going to share a movie that either God showed me or something that long haulers are going to connect to because we need someone to stand up. I'm 49 years old and I feel like I'm 140 years old.
Yes, and I'm 59, and I feel like 59 plus.
Yeah, God bless you too. And thank you very
Thank
we're not rushing you. You're here as long as you want. Mojo, are we okay with keeping her on?
Yes.
Okay, so this is no hurry. I'm just kind of setting the audience to understand who you are, why this is so important to me because you guys are my homies. Now, anybody doesn't know what homies is. It's just an old school saying that we would say like
Yes, it
that we're all in this together. And
yes, we cool like that.
that's
We
it.
cool like
That's
that.
right.
We cool like that.
I don't care where you're from. You could be from Mars right now. If
Yeah.
you came to me and you said, "Hey, I'm a long hauler and I need help," believe me,
Yes.
you ask anybody in Fort Myers. Fort Myers, Florida is a hot spot. We lost, and Mojo and Shady definitely remembers our friend. His name was Conrad Buchanan, aka DJ Griff
Yes.
Gotti. He was one of the youngest people to pass in Florida from coronavirus. And so I have family. And he's got a family. He's got a wife, and he's got a beautiful daughter. And I promised my friend through a prayer that I would not let another one of my friends go down, and I mean that. And Mojo,
Me too.
am I making this up, Mojo?
No. I mean,
No.
you're dedicated to all your friends, like calling.
Yes, we have to be.
Yes.
We have to be because, like during week 4 and 5, I thought I was gonna die. I really thought I was gonna die. I was talking to my daughter about my life insurance and my living will, and I was telling her that she gotta be here for my husband, and I was getting all my sisters all rattly because I really didn't know because I was so sick I couldn't cry. And when you can't cry, that's when you know you're sick. So I just promised God, I said, God, please spare my life. And I'm going to tell the world, I'm going to share my story. And I'm going to share my truth. And I just fought. So Saturday, this coming Saturday, will make 21 weeks. And I have done everything that I can do to try to get people to understand that it's not a hoax. It's not a joke. And that they have to wear a mask and they have to protect themselves and they protect their family because COVID don't care. COVID does not care. COVID don't care what your status is, what your zip code is, what you drive, how many bathrooms, how many bedrooms you got. COVID doesn't care.
No, it does
So
not.
it's just my message that I'm just trying to get out, and all of my family, I'm so blessed. But I lost a lot of friends too because they said I was making this up because I was seeking attention, and I was like, anybody who know me know that's not how I roll. I don't need attention, and that's the last thing that I would do to call this upon myself, because I was just so sick, and I had to change doctors because my doctor that I had for 5 years, she didn't believe me, and she kept gaslighting me, which means in COVID terms, she ain't believe me. She ain't want to hear it. And I just kept begging her to help me and to check out, because by that time, I had been to the emergency room 3 times. I had 3 I had everything, but she wasn't really reviewing it. So I just fought, and I just found me a new doctor. I found a doctor that would go through, and she went through that paperwork with a fine-tooth comb, and she said, I just need you to come in here and take a blood test so that I can confirm my suspicions, because my numbers was all over the place. And I had and through the CAT scan, they had found that I had lymph nodes that were growing, and my lymph nodes in my lungs were swollen, and nodules was forming in my lungs, and my primary doctor didn't see none of that. She didn't care. She just told me, go watch Lifetime movies. So when my new doctor saw all that, she got to get to the lung doctor. You got to get now, because they got to go down there and see what's going on. So now that's where I am. I'm waiting for those results from that test, because it was so much scar tissue and just so much stuff in my lungs, and if I hadn't fought for myself and had the decision to walk away from that first doctor, I wouldn't be here.
Yeah.
I really don't think I would have been here.
Me neither. My doctor, Dr. Daniel Hume in Sarasota, Florida, at Doctors to Go, saved my life. Because at ER, the doctor told me this. All right, on my experience, my blood pressure is 180 over 130. My heart rate was 120 to 130, but my O2 saturation was 98%. And they treated me like an idiot. Like, okay, any doctor would know that 180 over 130, I could have stroked out. I'm diabetic. I'm type 2 diabetic. All right, I'm on blood pressure medication since my accident. And they sent me home like I was a dog and told me, don't come back. And this is what he told me, because he knew I had a medical understanding of what was going on. He said, listen, I've got nothing for you. The only thing I got for you is a ventilator. And less than 20% of the people come off the ventilators. So don't come back until you absolutely cannot breathe. That's what he told me. It's in my video. My Easter, April 12th, Mojo? Is that Easter?
Yes,
Yeah.
Around that time.
That's when I did my first video. And I was scared to death, Marjorie. Doctor, I'm going to call you Doc. I'm going to just call you Doc. I was scared.
I know. I was so scared.
And
I was so scared.
yeah, and you know, you feel like I'm going to bring you back on when we do the Let's Talk About It movie edition of the Dallas Buyers Club. I want Shelby to come on. I want us all as long haulers to enjoy this. And there's no fun in our days. There's surviving, and there's trying to be out of pain. That's it. And
that's all.
And
that's it, because it's not this roller coaster ride is horrible. And it's changed my life, because you don't know from day to day. But like yourself, I belong to those 5 different survivor COVID-19 groups, and I'm very active in all of them, and Survivor Corps and Long Haulers, and I just belong to all of them, and we just there for each other because we have to be. And we go in there and we talk and we cry together, we pray together, and we don't pick on each other, and we don't bully each other, because there's too much of that going on out here, and we come in there and we just be ourselves.
yeah,
Because people got to understand, people are losing everything. People, marriages are breaking up, kids are dying, moms and dads are dying, and you can't say goodbye. You have to say goodbye on the video. And we have to deal with all of that. So we thank God for those groups. I thank God for those groups. And Survival Corps now was started by one person. She started that, one lady started that because she had COVID. And now it's over 90,000 of us.
Well,
It's 90 plus thousand of us, and it's growing.
yeah. So
And people
let's
think we lying.
no, let's give perspective. There's 90,000 long haulers that we know of. A lot of long
Yes.
haulers don't even know they're long haulers. They got a
No.
they got a mild cold, they lost their
Yeah.
taste, their smell, and then they
Yeah.
just can't shake it. So to me, when people get upset about the testing, because it is not 100% accurate, you can get a lot of false
It's not.
positives and a lot of false negatives. You can also
Yes.
show no antibodies in your blood. So how do you know? Because all right, so I know this because I'm in two 24-hour research groups. I mean, these guys are they are the experts in research. I had Dr. Roselle on earlier talking about triple blind studies and why those are important. So people don't understand. You can Google indomethacin, ivermectin, a bunch of these drugs. They're already on .gov medical websites from back in 2006, Mojo. And you can Google it. We'll do a Google session one day where everything that I've been talking about the last 4 months, I've not been a babbling idiot because a lot of people thought I was crazy. But
Yeah.
if it wasn't for Dr. Roselle, I would not be able to talk to you like this right now. And Dr.
Right.
Dr. Roselle, what is the thing about long haulers in the brain right now? What are they noticing? What's coming in this wave? Can you tell me? Can you share your experience in the room? What you're seeing?
Yeah. Oh man, we can't remember stuff. Some of us can't write. Some of us can't remember stuff. You can't. You just everything is going haywire. Everything is out of whack. It is out of whack, and you can just be staring, and you know what you want to say, but it will not come out. It will not come out for the life of me. It will not come out. On top of that, with the fatigue, I think that extreme fatigue is the worst because your body is so drained. I wake up in the morning and by 9 o'clock I feel like I done did two doubles and one triple, and I haven't even done anything. So your brain, your mind is all over the place because you thinking I can't. I used to be able to do these things. I can't do these things. You get frustrated. It's so many components to this thing, and people got to understand that it's really dark. COVID-19 is really, really dark. And that cloud, it's a mixture. It's raining, it's sleeting, it's hailing, it's thundering. There's a lot going on. So your brain you can't function. And you get frustrated. So it's so many, our brain is it's all out of whack.
Yes.
You
So
thinking, you worried.
well, I got you.
I'm
Okay.
sorry.
No, I got you. Okay. So listen, the video I did earlier, Mojo hasn't seen it yet. Mojo is my producer with my other producer Shady, and we're also partners in this Dan the Messenger show. They are humble enough. They are program directors. They've been music directors. They're talent. They've been humble enough to come on and join me in this mission, as well as all my other friends. But Dr. Roselle specializes in. Do you ever see the movie Concussion?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I've been to-
Yes. So Concussion was a Will Smith movie based on a true story of a doctor that started finding a thing with brain injuries. They call it CTEs. And they found that they could not see it unless it was under a microscope, the damage that was doing. Well, Dr. Roselle, guess what he does? He's been specializing treating NFL players for, I don't know, I did a study about 3 years ago. And guess what he wants to do? Guess what he wants to do? He wants to do us. He wants to help us, and we're gonna with Hope for Humanity 2020.org. We're gonna sponsor because his practice is still very. He treats big time people, and the insurance companies. You know how they go. They don't roll. They don't roll for trying to help. But
No.
I would not be talking to you today if it wasn't for Dr. Roselle. My main neurologist so I had an accident last July 24th. I was killed in a car accident. I came back. I was working, so it was a workman's comp related issue. I've been dealing with workman's comp doctors since then, and they've put me through. They put me through hell. I had to learn how to walk, talk, and everything again before COVID because I had a TBI on my right side of my brain, and it's part of the video that we had today.
Wow.
So my neurologist told me, we talk about extreme fatigue. I think it was October when I've seen Dr. Casascia, and I'm like, dude, I said, Dr. Casascia, not only can I not remember anything, but I can't stay awake. And I'm like, I'm extremely exhausted. And you know what Dr. Daniel Casascia said to me? He said, can I tell you something? Now I'm thinking, this is my neurologist who's going to tell me something. I said, okay, yeah. He goes, we're all tired. That's what he said to me. And
Oh my God.
so guess what happened for about 10 minutes after that? I completely blew up. I don't even remember what I said to the guy, but it was 10 minutes of whatever God would not want me to be saying. And that's how terrible our workman's comp system is. I'm dealing with a company called Amerisafe, and their parent company is CoAdvantage 360, based out of Tampa, Florida. And they have been fighting me tooth and nail, not only with my injury. They offered me so I have a video today with the doctor explaining everything, and we went to mediation on the 1st of November, January, and I'm like, I need occupational therapy, I need PTSD treatment. Now, this doctor, my neurologist, had already said I had a TBI, PTSD, and I had a 6-hour neuropsych evaluation, all of it lined up, and we went to mediation middle of January, and they agreed to all these things and did nothing. And then we went back into mediation. Now they're trying to not get me help either because now they're trying to say it's all COVID related. So it's been a mess for me as well. But I'll tell you what, I can get up all day long, just like you. You're an inspiration for all of us. You know, what part? Where do you live at, by the way? Because I don't know.
I'm in Atlanta.
Atlanta, okay.
Georgia.
Okay, so I'll tell you.
Georgia's a hot spot. Georgia is a hot spot right now.
Yes, it is.
Georgia's on fire, and I am so mad with them.
Can you tell me what's it?
Georgia's on fire.
Can you tell me?
The kids went back to school. They ended up having to close the school. The kids are on quarantine. The people going to the mall. They want to eat, drink, and be merry. And don't let me get started. But anyway, I'm from Atlanta.
Okay. The varsity. I like the varsity. Mojo. I'm gonna ask Mojo. Have you ever been to the varsity, Mojo?
No, I have not.
Okay, so we had a conversation about this, but the varsity, awesome spot.
They got a good little cheeseburger.
So you gotta do me. You listen. I'm so glad to see you smile. Seriously,
Thank you.
because you know how hard it is, right? This time of day, your brain's tired. You want to go to sleep. You're up here doing this, you know, because you're a long hauler and you're trying to share your truth, your story. So
Yes,
I'm
that's what I want to do.
I'm very blessed.
You gotta give
Yes.
people to understand.
Yes.
They gotta understand, you know, it's every day the numbers is going up, and you know, people don't want to wear a mask, and they want to do stuff that we just can't do right now. And if you have older people in your family, you gotta think about grandma and granddaddy that you blessed to have. You gotta think about these babies. You gotta think about the future. You just gotta think about that. But everybody just want to be selfish. And one other thing I got to hit on while I got you here.
Oh yeah, you got
If
me.
you are a long hauler,
Yes.
if you are a long hauler,
Yes.
and you are embarrassed to tell your story, you gotta stop with that.
Yes.
You gotta stop. If you suffering in silence, that's not gonna work. I encourage you to tell it because COVID-19 is too heavy a load to carry by yourself. You can't carry that load by yourself.
Hold on, Doc. Oh, that's you. Yeah. So are you giving me the official cosign for what I'm doing? Is that what you're doing? As a long hauler, you're cosigning my story, right?
Yes.
Um,
Yes. Because we are humans. We have families and loved ones. We are real people.
Yes.
But if you are sitting up here suffering in silence because you don't want to be embarrassed, you could die. So if telling my story gonna save my life, then blank, I'm gonna tell it.
That's right.
They told me to be quiet. They done told me it's TMI, which I didn't know what that meant. I had to ask my daughter, like too much information. Oh my
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm so sorry, but it is too many people that want us to be quiet and to go sit down and act like this thing is not happening. Me and you, Shelby, all of us long haulers, all of us, tonight, we're taking a stand.
That's
We
right.
are taking a stand. And like I said, COVID don't care. So you can sit up here and perpetrate a fraud all you want to about what you got and how much money you got in the bank. It doesn't matter. COVID don't care.
Nope.
Okay.
They say you can't take it with you, right? Who gives a shit? I'm sorry, God. Who cares about any material possessions? It means nothing. All I'm trying to do is get us rowing in the same direction. That's what this show is about.
That's all.
You know, don't we? Let's not tear our cities down anymore. Let's build them back up. Let's make like a phoenix and we rise from the ashes. Let's all God's children. Let's all of God's children get into this together and row in the same direction because we know. I feel like we're living the '60s all over again. I think you might have been around for that period.
Peace and flower child and the world is all right and the fifth dimension and all that. Okay, yeah.
Well, I'm talking about little Marvin Gaye. Well, like what's going on? Like
What's going on?
what the hell is going on?
What's
Now,
going on?
Mojo, where you from? What city were you in not too long ago doing some radio?
Alabama.
No, before that, another city. Where's
Fort
Mo?
Wayne?
No, where's Mojo? Where is Motown from?
Oh, Detroit. Detroit.
Damn right.
Detroit. I was like, hold on, what?
Yeah. How do I know more than you, man?
Yep, I was there.
So you're around for what's going on, and it feels almost identical to that period. Am I wrong?
Yes, it's the same thing with Ball of Confusion from the Temptations. Ball
Yeah.
of
Oh yeah.
Confusion,
Oh yeah.
they're
Papa was a Rolling Stone. Yeah. Oh my good. All that. I'll tell you what, Mojo. I have a lot of artists that are up and comers, and some of them that are actually ready to roll.
Right.
And I keep telling them, I said, listen, guys, you need to start stopping on some of that old school '60s because people are going to vibe with it. You know, there's a saying in the music industry: when you're happy, you listen to the song; when you're sad, you listen to the lyrics. Is that right? Is that accurate, Mojo?
Yes, yep.
Amen.
And right now,
2 times.
And right now, we are feeling both at the same time. We're trying to listen to the music and the lyrics. And
Yes.
I tell, I've been spitting as much truth as I possibly can, and I don't care. Like I'm the crazy uncle. See you, what they can call me. See you. That's fine. Call me Dan the Messenger. Whatever you're going to call me, I don't care. If I ever had a beef with anybody in my life, they can call me up right now. We'll hash it right out. You know, I died in an accident, came back, and now I'm fighting this, and I'll keep fighting till my last breath because
Yes, and you are so right.
I have a daughter who's 26, and she's my world,
Yes.
and
Yes.
I want her to be able to say my father stood up when no one else was. That long hauler stood up. If I have to be Tony Stark, and that's
Yes.
Who am I?
what's the
Who am I?
well, tell me what it is. What's your character? Tell me your Avengers character.
Is He-Man a Avenger?
Oh, no.
Oh man,
It's a hit.
yeah.
The Hulk.
Get bit by a...
The Hulk.
Okay, all right, we'll go with the Hulk. But ideally, what I'm advocating is, I'm calling out my friends, and I say this earlier with Mojo. I'm like, if I had 33 Mojos in the room, if I had 33 doctors in the room like you, that care and is passionate, could you imagine how quickly we could get this ship, the Titanic that we're on right now, steered away from that iceberg? Now, again, I always say we have 99 problems, and COVID is number one. It doesn't mean that we, as long haulers, are going me. We are saying, listen, we don't wish this on our worst enemy. I wouldn't wish this on the devil. I wouldn't. I would not.
No,
It's no fun.
no,
And when I talk
no.
about the Dallas Buyers Club next week, when I do, you, me, and Shelby as long haulers come on and express our emotions, why we resonate so much with that movie. You haven't seen it yet. You have not seen it yet. Am I correct in saying that?
No, I haven't, but I will see it. I definitely will see it
And-
in the next couple of days.
And what I want you to do is let the long haulers know. Say, hey, we got a show now. Dan the Messenger is our guy. He is spitting the truth, and he don't care where you're from. I don't care if you speak 20 different languages that I don't know. We speak the same thing right now: peace, love, and we just want to get back together and work as Americans should be working together. Doesn't matter where we're from. I don't care.
No,
There's cracks.
don't matter.
Listen, you know what? We are a dysfunctional family. We've always been that way. The entire United States has never been like peace, love, and happiness all the time. There's been a few points after World War II. Believe me, the last thing what people wanted to do was kill each other. And that we had a lot of prosperity. Detroit, Rock City, oh yeah. But you know what?
Every success, man.
They-
Success.
Small business owners had businesses and they were proud.
Yes.
And the neighborhoods, Detroit, they had a famous area where the riots burnt a good area of it down. Mojo, do you know the area I'm talking about?
No, I don't.
Do you know, Doctor? Do you remember that time? It was a street. It was
Yeah, I remember it, but I don't remember it.
well, our generation, 80s, 90s,
Yeah.
we'd call it the hood. That's just how it is, right? But back then it wasn't a hood. It was where you had small businesses and families, and
they
you
were
would
thriving.
yes, and
They were thriving.
yes,
And they looked out for one another.
yes,
And they weren't scared to send the elevator back down.
no,
They didn't just get on the elevator and hold the door. They helped. They reached back and they looked out for one another and they helped one another, which is what we have to do now.
exactly.
That's what I said. It's time to stop perpetrating the fraud now. It's done. It's a wrap. It's not. That's it.
Yep.
We gotta help each other. You gotta, everybody. The playing field is level now.
That's right.
The playing field is level, man. It doesn't matter all that materialistic stuff. It cannot save you.
No, it cannot.
Save you. It cannot. My friend was 82nd Airborne, jumped out of a perfectly good plane.
Oh,
Ran Fort Bragg and did everything, and it totally killed him. So nobody, look, everybody. So I really appreciate this, and you guys, y'all gotta come on, and feel free to reach out to either one of us, and don't be shamed. Please stop being shamed. Nobody asked for this. This all just came about real quick. Nobody asked for this, so if you feel embarrassed and you feel as though you don't have anybody to talk to, because there are going to be people that are going to turn on you, but that's okay, because for every old friend you lose, you get two more new ones.
yeah, that's right. You know what else? You know what they else say, Benny? Not Benny, Mojo, and Doc. They say the rats are the first ones to jump off the ship. So
Yes.
we know this in the nightclub industry because when you're in the club and you got it popping off and everything's going on, everybody wants in. Oh, can you hook me up with a ticket? Can you give me a drink? Can you give me a shot? Hey, all right. And then when everything starts heading downwards, because Benny and I and Shady have all had our issues. We're open with it. We don't have nothing to hide. And they had a hit show together that, they had some problems, but they got through it. And that's what we got to do right now. We squash that beef. Like we got friends like Omar, Babs, Zito. We got so many radio talents across the country that if Mojo and Shady and I can't make this show work, then we just need to call it a wrap. We just need to retire because
But it's
at least
gonna
me.
It's going to work.
But-
because you know what? Because we are making the mess a message.
Exactly.
So it's going to work. It's okay. It's going to work because this is all about everybody's life. This is about saving lives. This is about spreading the word. This is about doing what the golden rule needs to come back into effect. This is what this show is all about. And I appreciate you. I thank you for allowing me to share my story. And I just am so thankful. And I am so thankful
Doc,
that you have this platform
Oh.
that you're willing to use.
well, listen, you know as well as I do, every day is a blessing, right? We get to the point where, hell, I just pray every night. I don't know if you've only seen me last night was the first time. Am I correct?
Yes.
Okay, we're gonna get you caught up. All right, on the Hope for Humanity 2020.org.com.info website. We're gonna edit up my craziness of videos that I've done over the last 3 months. Mojo's gonna put his Mojo, and Shady's gonna do his Shady, and I got a lot of good content for you guys already because I haven't gave 2 Fs and 10 times on Sunday for months now. I've been screaming at the top of my lungs. I contacted CNN. I contacted Fox. I contacted the White House. I'm like, listen, I had a medication that helped me. I would not be here if it wasn't for God helping me. And my original video is there. It's up on my website. It will be on all the socials here shortly because I know long haulers need a voice. And thanks to thanks to Mojo and thanks to Shady, they've come to my rescue. Thank you to Dr. Roselle and Dr. Hume, Dr. Daniel Hume of Doctors to Go, and Melanie Kopko, and it goes on and on. I'm going to create a list of all the people that we thank. I'm going to ask you two things. First of all, next week, I got you, right? We're gonna do a live. Let's talk about it. We're gonna talk about this movie because you don't know yet, and I can't wait to get your reaction. But also do me a favor. What day is today, Benny? I mean, God, Mojo, I don't know what's wrong with me.
Wednesday hump day.
Okay, so how about we do next Wednesday? All right.
Okay.
We'll do a Let's Talk About It Long Haulers edition where we talk about this movie, The Dallas Buyers Club. All right. Is that a bet?
We'll definitely watch it. And again, thank you so much.
Oh, no.
Thank you, Mojo.
Anytime. Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
You too, and you guys stay safe and mask up, okay?
Yes.
We will.
Hey, Doc. Can I ask you a personal favor?
Sure.
Can I ask you to be a part of an honorary member of our charity, hopeforhumanity2020.org.com?
You know, Renee, of course.
Okay,
Of course,
okay.
Of course.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do, because that's like a cosign for me, right? So I'm gonna have Melanie Kopko reach out to you, and
Okay.
she's gonna grab some information from you, so we can represent you on our website, okay, as an honorary, founding, member, because you've been strong enough and you've been supportive and you've been doing exactly what I've been doing, and that's all I'm trying to do with Mojo and Shady. We're gonna connect with everybody we possibly can. So the more long haulers know that we have a show for them, and it isn't just for long haulers though. That's the understanding. It's about
No, we want to know it's open because we gotta be support. We need support. Like my husband needs support. My daughters need support. My sisters need support. So we open to everybody.
That's
Because,
right.
Like I said, this is a level playing field here. Don't come in here with no attitude because we don't need the attitude. We don't need no gaslighting. We already been through that. We don't need no name calling. We don't need no. We just need you to come correct and stop perpetrating fraud.
Yeah.
Come in here and give some love and support because you need it and stop acting like you don't need it.
Oh, hey.
Your fur coat is not gonna save you from getting COVID.
Can I do something?
Your 2021 car is not gonna save you from
No.
getting COVID.
No, hey Mojo, talk to her for a minute. I'm loading something up, okay, Doc? And I don't want you to get off until I load it up.
Okay.
Now, are you gonna play that one thing that we played at the beginning?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So he has a. Well, actually, you guys talk, and then I'll pull it up. 'Cause I
Okay.
can't quicker than
Okay. Yeah. So, our co-friend that we've known and Mojo's known since he was a kid in the skating ring. Okay. His name is Omar, otherwise known as the Big O in Fort Myers Market. Omar Escobar in the Miami 305 zip code. Great friends. We had so many amazing nights together back in the day. And I was going to get to you and say, when we were all in the entertainment side of it and the nightclub industry and we were all hanging out, we were all bumping this together. We were all having a blast together. It was something special. And that's what we're trying to recreate, okay? This is the official. I mean, the official. You got to look it up, and I'll share it after I'm done. This is Pitbull. It's called "I Believe That We Will Win," and I don't know if you heard it, but we're gonna fade out with this song. And I thank everybody for supporting us. I apologize for my post earlier, not from you, but I was trying to raise some awareness for the charity. And one of my friends out in Vegas, who's a very good marketer, just as a great friend, he told me, "Hey, you can't be doing that." And I'm like, "Well, I was just trying to get some help for the charity, so I'm only doing what I can because my brain's not working the way it should." And okay, here we go, Docs. I want you to hear this. This is our song. This is Long Haulers and Survivors song. I promise you. Okay, you ready?
Okay. Yes.
All right, this is Pitbull, and he representing the 305, and this is now our official anthem. Thank you, Omar.
Thank you, Omar.
Can you hear this?
Yes.
I'm gonna. Sh-
Spreads faster than any virus. It's fear. And when it comes to fear, you can either forget everything and run. I say, or you can face everything and rise. Let me tell you what I believe. I believe we will face everything and rise. It's not how you fall, it's how you get back up. And what don't kill us make us stronger, boy. Break the head off, take a swing at us. You better hit hard, 'cause when we swing back, it's like, oh God.
Thank you.
so, Doc, we're gonna make that the official song for long haulers, and I'm gonna share it. Okay, but this is.
I believe that we gonna win.
That's right.
I know we gonna win. We are going to win.
Yes, and you keep doing your fight. You keep talking for us in the survivors groups because I'm busy, but I'm not busy enough to
Okay.
talk to anybody who needs to talk. I'm just busy.
Okay.
I'm busy doing God's work that He's been asking me to do, and
Yes.
that's why we created the charity Hope for Humanity 2020.org is to be a part of the
Okay.
solutions, Doc, not a part of the problem.
Yes.
So I look
Yes.
forward to seeing you next week. I'm gonna share the video here soon. We're gonna put it on our podcast. And thank you. You were amazing. Absolutely
Thank
amazing.
you.
Your voice,
Nice to meet you.
you
You too.
you are a sweetheart, and we're gonna have to meet in person. I promise you. We're gonna make this happen, and you just keep holding on. You
Okay.
keep fighting, okay, Doc?
Okay, thank you. Have a good night and wear your mask, everybody.
Yes. Thank you, Doc.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye. Now, how do I?
Did you end the video?
No, I haven't done anything. There you go. There we go. So, guys, thank you very much for coming out. Jumping on your cell phone, or what do you call it these days? Most people are on their cell phones, right?
Cell phone.
Yeah, cell phone. So thank you for jumping on this Facebook Live. We will be putting this up, this interview and many more, on our hopeforhumanity2020.org website. It's going to be on danthemessenger.com's website. It's going to be on a lot of podcasts. We got a lot of great things going on. Thank you very humbly. Thank you for your time, guys. I hope this was, informative for you. I hope if you've been on the fence thinking, is this real? This is not real. You're going to start hearing more and more survivor stories. So I don't understand. Not that I don't understand. I want you to understand. It's real. The train's already left the building. I've been saying this for a while. All we can do is the best offense for this is having a good defense. Dr. Roselle shared a lot of great information. So once we get that all buttoned up, it's going to be on the website. I'll put it on all the socials. And thanks to Adam Evans for his work on helping getting the website back to where it needs to be. And over the next 72 hours, we're going to see huge changes. And Mojo, what about beta? How far do you think we are from alpha?
We're probably about 2 weeks. Actually, 2 weeks by Labor Day.
Okay.
We should be all good.
All right. Oh, hey, who's got a birthday coming up, by the way?
Labor Day is my birthday.
Yeah, I know.
I want to bring presents.
Mojo,
Adam.
Mojo,
Yes.
what do you want for your birthday?
Oh, it's funny that you asked me what I want for my birthday. Honestly, I just want everyone to be healthy, and that's it. I want to try to get back to a normal life.
We all do, right? I mean, that's what it is. It doesn't matter COVID positive, COVID negative. It doesn't matter. You got families. You go home. You don't know what the hell's going on anymore. You don't know which way to look, which way is up, which way is right, which way is wrong. we're not anti media at all. You're in the media, right, Mojo?
Yes.
Like
Yep.
you got credentials, you've got connections. I'm not bashing the media when I say turn the TV off for 7 days. Just give yourself a break. If you can give yourself an honest chance of maybe seeing, is it just PTSD type of stress, or is it really COVID or Corona that you might have? If you start, what is your passion, Mojo?
What in life?
Well,
You know?
well, you know what de-stresses you? What's like a good?
Well, I mean, really, it's just music. Just kick it back and just have my, my own space, my own time.
Okay, so I'm gonna share. So I didn't know you were gonna say that. As a long hauler, being in the hospital by myself multiple times, having machines hooked up to me, monitoring my heart for 24 hours, 72 hours straight, and not knowing if I was going to make it, the only way I was getting through it was listening to music, because that's my love, that's my passion. Music, reading books, movies. Those are things that we all can connect to. Am I wrong?
Right.
So I am going to be sharing what I've been listening to while I'm in the hospital or my rehab, my recovery. Positive, uplifting music. And we are, as a producer and co-talent, we're going to start doing this Wednesday night hump thing where we're going to say, listen, this is a movie you want to check out if you're a long hauler. And if you're bored, hey, how many people are constantly looking for a movie to watch, Mojo?
That's me all the time. I don't know what to watch.
So ideally what I'm going to do is we'll do this bit. We'll do the long haulers. We'll have them come on and share their stories on Wednesday. We'll invite Shelby and everybody else on, the doctors. That's what the show's all about. It is about connecting to people. It's about sharing our stories, and it's about let's talk about it. Let's be real. So thank you a million times. Thank you, Mojo, Shady. I know you're listening. Adam Evans, Lex from Vegas, Omar. Anybody else I'm missing I can think of right now? Melanie Kopko, Daniel Webb.
There's hundreds of people.
Yeah,
Just everyone. Thank you so much.
And the team that we have right now is working extremely hard to get this right. So this is just beta. And if you're enjoying beta, wait till you see the alpha version. Am I wrong, Mojo?
You're right.
Okay.
I'm ready for it.
Yeah. So thank you guys very humbly. This is for the long haulers. And I hope that this has been entertaining for the last hour or so. And I look forward to, what do you think timeline possibly, Mojo, for radio stations? What do you think? When we go alpha?
Yeah. Yep. Labor Day. Like I said, Labor
Oh,
Day.
yeah.
Oh.
So that means someone's going to need a birthday bash.
Yep.
Oh, that's what we're getting to. Well, hey, how about we go to your old skating ring?
We can do a skating party.
Yeah, man. You can DJ it, and we can turn it out. We'll do some old school retro, maybe. Who knows? It's just an idea. We didn't talk about this, did we?
No, we did it.
So anyways, guys, thank you very much. Should I play the song one last time, for the long haulers?
You know what? Let's share it. Let's just share it
Okay.
on the page. That way they can download it or listen to it or whatever.
Okay.
nonstop.
All right, I'll do that. Hey, first of all, I'll put it down here in the bottom. All right, because that's one thing I got to do. Boom, right? Boom. Now I got to send that. Well, I think I just did it.
Yep, you did it.
All right. So if you click on that link and it'll be on the page, this is the official song of our show. Am I wrong? Am I saying that?
That's
All right,
it.
guys.
We're going to put it in there.
All right, guys. Have a beautiful night. Thank you, God, for this day.
Love you guys.
And thank you, everyone. We really, really appreciate any support and help you guys give. Thank you very much. Hope for Humanity 2020. So hope, number 4, humanity2020.org, .info, and .com. It's still in beta, too. So if you go to it and you're seeing things that are a little different, it's because we're working on it around the clock. And we know how important it is. That's why we're working so hard. Again, have a good night, guys. Thank you very much.